like us on Facebook, SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling, for updates on our return events. Also, make sure you check out our cousin company, New Moon Rising, Saturday night, May the 19th. It's their second show in their return after 5 years taking off. Check it out, Dickman Street in Philly. I hope you all are having a good time, because I'll leave you fine folks with one final question. Who's got time for one more match? Oh, come on, I said, who's got time for one more match? Now that's the sound I've been looking for, and away we go live from the 422 Arena, Pottstown, Pennsylvania. This is your SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling Endurance Main when the bell sounds from man in command, SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling Senior Official, Mr. Zack Carlucci. And now, the competitors. Not quite sure what we're going to see on this video footage during those main event introductions, but I'm pretty sure that the guy that owns Jurassic Park Island took a cookie sheet to the head. And you know what? We're underway. The bell sounds. David Adams here trying not to put his finger on the lens of his iPhone. SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling, Inner Demons. What a night it's been. And it culminates with our very first ever main event of epic proportions. We got Black G's, the good guy with the black and gold trunks, and we have Jonathan Gresham, the master of the craft, with the red trunks with the white trim. A gentleman's handshake to start things off. It's kind of surprising. Black G's was kind of getting on the crowd's nerves. He even got the double middle fingers from one nice lady in the front row, which was hilarious. She can kick all of our butts, and now I think we're gonna see a little bit of wrestling in this main event, folks. Just a guess, just a guess. Oh, Black G said, I hit hard and I run my mouth. I know this man from all over the coast. Work with him time in and time again. And you know what? He's right. He backs it up every time. He's been known as the King of Philly. This guy, his heart belongs to Philly. And he is the good guy. And he loves saying it because the more he says it, the more it gets under the fans' skin. And right here, see a little bit of chain wrestling early on here. Jonathan Gresham looking up like he's about to sing that "Excuse Me While I Kiss the Sky." Oh, top wrist lock reversal. That was slick. He was trying to use his little head nod as a distractionary tactic. The master of his craft. If you're going to use that moniker, you better back it up, and he certainly is here. And right now, the crowd enjoying a little bit of a wrestling treat here in our main event, a wrestling classic, and it's only been like 2 minutes in, and you can tell that these guys, they did their homework, and we're in for one heck of a main event. The feeling out process happening here, off the ropes here, and a little bit of a match of power here as Black G says, you want to do that again? Anytime. We got the Pride of Hotlanta taking on the Pride of Philly. And off the ropes one more time, and G's was ready for it. This is awesome. Joining me right now on commentary, the amazing Rory Gulak. First of all, congratulations on your victory earlier here at Inner Demons.
David, I'm out here because this match is amazing right now. You got John Gresham and G's, two of the best wrestlers in the entire world.
Well, right here, certainly G's now with a chess piece in his favor. It's just a thinking man's match at this point. Side headlock takeover, right into a leg scissors reversal, and beautiful hip toss. Man, oh man.
Head scissors counter.
Head scissors counter. We got arm drags and hip tosses. These guys.
You know a thing or two about wrestling. I'm a mat wizard, but you got the moves down there.
Well, I'm just talking to you. You guys truly are the wizards of this. And certainly, you're no stranger to Black G's. You two have teamed up at our cousin company, New Moon Rising, and you guys have been known to find a victory there as well.
Yes. G's is actually one of my trainers since I started wrestling when I was a kid. Mentored me and helped me shape me into the fine wrestler I am today.
Well, that's an awesome fact that I'm sure that our fan base appreciates hearing. I know I certainly do. You guys found yourselves on the winning side of a victory at New Moon Rising's return event over the American Murder Society here at SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling. How's your experience been so far?
It's amazing.
In a word, amazing. And that was an amazing Dragon Sleeper to end your match earlier tonight. Congratulations once again, as we are looking at one heck of a thinking man's match here, as Gresham, the master of the craft he calls himself, looking at outsmart G's.
Beautiful mare, throwing him down, ducks the clothesline, right to the knees, smart.
Yeah. Drop kick, right to the knees, chopping down a tree. You're not going to beat G's all in one move. You got to do it methodically. And now Jonathan Gresham, what's he got in store next? And G sidesteps him. and slingshot plunge it to the outside. And he just slams the cranium of Jonathan Gresham into that solid steel ring post. Now, Black G's in firm control. Philly supremacy. I got a man who knows a little bit about Philly next to me, and the amazing Rory Gulak, and you know he's looking on. He got this look on his face right now. He is in school right now.
I just wanted front row seats to this.
Absolutely.
We got two of the best in here sitting here in Pottstown, PA. These fans are in for a treat tonight.
Well, I know I appreciate it, and the fans can appreciate. You are certainly a master of your craft, but you always take time to study and, look at what other people are doing. And right now, one of your mentors, Black G's, you're taking it all in. And right now, how do you feel about him using a little bit of nefarious tactics there?
I don't approve of breaking the rules here, but when it comes down to it, it's them or you. It's you or the other guy, and you got to do what you got to do out there.
I agree. The pro wrestling business, it's got its ups and downs, and it's a bunch of sharks all trying to fight.
Yeah, it's like any time you could just fall down a step of stairs, flight of stairs right there. You never know.
Oh my God. And that can happen at any given time. I just hope they're not concrete stairs. And a big backdrop and a beauty. Right here, this could be it. No hook of the leg, only a 1 count, and rightfully so. You don't hook the leg. I don't even think G's was trying to necessarily get the win right there. Maybe just trying to get inside the head of Jonathan Gresham. He knows this guy, and he knows that it's going to take a little bit more than a back body drop to end this match.
It's wear and tear on the body right here. It's breaking him down, staying on top.
As the action's breaking down in the ring, the fans outside the ring, they can't get enough. Man, oh man. This action from the opening bell has been everything we would hope it would be and more. Oh, knife edge chop, but Gresham follows it right back with one of his own, and a chop from G's, and a high knee right to the midsection, and now I think that just fired up the master of his craft, Jonathan Gresham. Wait a minute, but look at G's. He's putting the weight back on his hips. Wait a minute, small package.
Back close. That's how you do that. It's beautiful. Taking his head right off.
Counter for a counter, and now G's putting all his weight onto the chest of Gresham.
I think their last encounter, they have wrestled once before. It was over 8 years ago on the East Coast when John Gresham was just coming up north here. Wrestled G's. G's is clearly the veteran, but John Gresham through the past couple years has been to Japan. He's won numerous tournaments in 0-1. Black G's himself has been to Europe, Germany. He's wrestled for Impact, WWE, all over the world.
Well, certainly the accolades for both these gentlemen speak for themselves. Oh, right there, did you see that? Not only did his body hit the top turnbuckle, but his sternum, Jonathan Gresham's sternum, hit that top turnbuckle with such a force, it almost looked like the wind instantly got knocked out of him. And now, in a precarious spot on the edge of the apron here, and Black G's, you know what? He's not even going to bat an eyelash. He's going to take advantage of his opponent on the hardest part of the ring. The least amount of give is on the edges. Can you attest for that?
There's about a centimeter of padding, and there's nothing on those aprons right now.
Yes. Certainly means a lot more when a performer such as yourself describes it, rather than me, just some announcer. And we have only a 2 count here, as G's now, like you said earlier, it's a wearing down of your opponent. And now, before he got a 1 count, now he got a 2 count. He's almost 1 count away from that victory. Oh, beautiful backbreaker, hook in the outside leg, right here perhaps. Not quite yet. It's a great thinking man's matchup here. We've seen a lot of great action tonight, but certainly this is the main event that everybody's been thinking about on the edge of their seat all night long. SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling, Inner Demons, and a Boston crowd from the good guy. And Jonathan Gresham is far away from the ropes.
Each fan here, you can hear them watching. You can see their eyeballs glued to the television right now. Right in front of them, they're live wrestling right now.
And we know that by the time you watch this on YouTube and any of our other social media outlets, we got FaceTime, Facebook. We can FaceTime you if we want.
On Facebook? I'm on Instagram, Twitter, Rory Gulak. Follow me on there.
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, get your stuff in, bro. And now, wait, look at that. And right there, that arm got in. That arm reached the bottom rope just in the nick of time. The master of his craft right here.
That lower back is busted. You got a backbreaker. You got everything done to that. That's it right there. Any moment now, G's puts on one more submission. That's the match.
It's a great observation. He breaks the hold, but at what cost? Certainly feeling that Boston Crab that was on for almost a minute and a half.
You can see the fight back in John Gresham immediately grabbing his back.
Certainly this could this could prove to be the definitive turning point. As the minutes go by in this match, I gotta say Black G's has a clear-cut advantage the longer this match continues at this point. And full force, that Irish whip in the corner, he didn't follow it up with a clothesline. He just wanted to use all of his frame, all of his 185-pound frame to whip Jonathan Gresham into the corner, and it's working because it's hard to suck oxygen at this point of the match.
This is the one point where I think Jesus is going to make a mistake. He turns his back to John Gresham, gives him breathing room. You have to stay on your opponent the entire time. You walk away from him, that can cost you the entire match.
And now, earlier we saw Black G's put his hips back. Now Jonathan Gresham slipping his hips back, adjusting the weight, not allowing that potential suplex to happen. Once again, a thinking man's game of chess right now. What a great pro wrestling match for any pro wrestling enthusiast, and what goes up must go down. Suplex and a beauty. It took a lot out of Gresham, but it took a lot out of G's. Both men are down. Both men are going to have to figure it out. And
but 10 count here, if they don't get up, they can't continue.
That would be an absolute travesty at this point. As our senior official, Zack Carlucci, on the count of 3, both men are up. We're not going to see that double count out. We're going to see a fight. And Gresham now, forearm smash to the jaw. And now a boot, a tap with Gresham, roaring elbow in the corner. Reversal now from G's.
Beautiful forearms. Goes for the German reversal.
The standing switch.
Nelson duck.
What? For the win. Carlucci, get in position. Only a 2 count. You know, honestly, Zack Carlucci got in position the fastest he could, but that split second that it took him to get into position,
what is Tyrino doing on the side of the ring right there?
Oh, one half of the Gunners. That's a good call. The Gunners just picked up a huge victory earlier tonight against the extra guys, and now it looks like he's just observing.
Kind of awkward.
Well, Tyrino.
With the leg, kicks the bushes, drop down.
And maybe he wants to study the match like you and me. It's 2 greats in the ring.
Beautiful. Right scissors right there.
Beautiful takedown in the corner now. The good guy with a forearm smash to the mush. And now,
East Coast pop, could this be?
What? In Pottstown, baby. Oh, just a big smash. Heck with a pop. He went for the curve flat.
Beautiful jumping Russian leg sweep.
Joined by the amazing Rory Gulak we're watching on. Loving what we're seeing here as now the good guy, Black G's, going to the high-rank district here in Pottstown at the 422 arena. Visions of grandeur, he's gonna fly!
Shades of Eddie Guerrero, this is it right here.
Picks up the win here, perhaps. Did he get him?
That's it.
No.
Count.
Carlucci says 2. Wow. My hand was on the bell.
Fancy your argument with the ref.
It was close. I would love to see the replay. We don't have that kind of a budget here yet, but you know what? I think Carlucci's spot on. He's one of the best refs in the business. It was close, but it wasn't a 3 count. And you know what? I'm kind of glad because I want to see more action from these 2 ring technicians. Perfectionists. These guys have worked years to master their craft. And now it's a man's battle here, standing up to each other, forearm smash after forearm smash.
Both men giving all they have right now.
At this point in the match, as a performer, how much can you respect the amount of endurance these gentlemen have to put this kind of a beatdown on each other with a kick up from Gresham? Enziguri to the back of the skull. But now, Black G's with a high knee to the jaw, off the ropes.
Springboard moonsault.
What? At this point in the match, he's gonna, wow, he's just stomping him behind the knee. Going for the pin fight here. Wow.
Beautiful bridge.
Wait, Tyrino just ruined a victory for Jonathan Gresham.
He had him 1, 2, 3, beautiful back.
You're right, he wasn't here just to watch.
Tyrino getting in his face.
Come on. Clearly now we know Tyrino came here to help. But Black G's didn't even need his help. That's the shame.
The match is not over. That's what we have to remember right now. It's still going on here.
It would have been, but oh my.
I would say it's disqualification.
Oh, slamming the cranium into the mat hard. 1. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of this match, the good guy, Black G.
Rory, you saw what I just saw. And now, Tyreno extending the hand to Black Keys.
Funny story about Tyreno is he teams with King Blackie. King Blackie's been running his mouth about me. If I gotta go after King Blackie, if I gotta go after Tyreno, it doesn't matter because I'm the most amazing wrestler there is right now, SuperKrazee or New Moon Rising. But tonight is Black Jesus night.
And May the 19th, New Moon Rising, Gitman Street, Philly. It's gonna be the amazing Rory Gulak advertised against King Blackie, one half of the Gunners. Well, Tyreno, he was the deciding factor in what could have been a gentleman's matchup here. Jonathan Gresham had the win, but you know what? Coulda, shoulda, woulda, and it only matters what the referee counts. You heard of throwing somebody a bone? Well, Black Keys just threw Gresham a pineapple. Well, we've just seen one heck of a night of action. SuperKrazee Pro Wrestling, 422 Arena, Pottstown, PA. Anything in closing, Rory?
Amazing.
You heard it. Simply amazing. Thank you, Jonathan Gresham, for an amazing match. Management has to do something about this hypocrisy. Thank you for watching.